Analysis: Ben & Jerry's Unilever fight suggests risks of ceding control. London, Boston. Ben & Jerry's felony war with Unilever (NYSE) sheds light on trouble affecting a developing wide variety of purpose-led brands, a way to maintain their identity after being sold through a prime consumer enterprise.
Multinational customer companies have raced to snap up socially conscious brands in current years, seeking to faucet right into a surge in call for among clients for ethical merchandise, commonly bought at a premium.
Under Chief Executive Alan Jope, Unilever has added to a portfolio of purposeful manufacturers from Paula's Choice skincare products that shun animal checking out to sustainably made dietary supplements from Smarty Pants and Nutrafol. In 2000, the organization scooped up Ben & Jerry's for $326 million with a peculiar caveat: the Vermont-based ice cream maker would keep its unbiased board of directors chargeable for guiding its social and political identity. Ben & Jerry's now believes that dedication to have been breached, following a furore over its plan to stop promoting ice lotions in the Israeli-occupied West Bank that eventually led Unilever to strike a deal to sell the brand's Israeli business. The maker of Chunky Monkey and Cherry Garcia ice lotions sued its Discern business on July 5 to try to stop the sale. A ruling is predicted inside the coming weeks. It's a wake-up call for the individuals who do deals to be extra vigilant and make certain no longer only do the financials support a deal, however the underlying capacity-destiny conflicts are loose and clear, stated Mark Cohen, a professor at Columbia University Business School. Unilever declined to remark for this story. Ben & Jerry's had no instant comment. Ben & Jerry's, now really worth over €1 billion $1 billion, says the Israeli sale is against its values by means of allowing its merchandise to remain to be had in the West Bank. The ice cream logo should have been conscious that Unilever would possibly see match to place the Ben & Jerry's brand anywhere and anywhere within the world, Cohen mentioned. On the alternative hand, Unilever have to have understood Ben & Jerry's founders have taken a political stance on a variety of problems, now not the least of which being their objection to the actions of the State of Israel, he introduced. Unilever can also have already discovered the lesson. Home merchandise brand Seventh Generation, which it bought in 2016, created a social challenge board intended to keep the organization focused on causes including range and producing much less packaging waste. But the messaging at the emblem's website and Twitter NYSE, TWTR feed covers a narrower variety of issues than that of Ben & Jerry's. Seventh Generation has a vast task for environmental, racial and social justice. Ben & Jerry's mission can be broader, said Mindy Lubber, CEO of weather advocacy group Series and a member of the Seventh Generation board until this year. Consider what you're giving up. Organic food enterprise investor Gary Hirschberg, who co-founded yogurt logo Stonyfield, now a part of French dairy institution Lactalis, mentioned marketers can't depend on a publicly traded consumer to keep a social undertaking because the new proprietor's executives will come and cross. He known as the Ben & Jerry's dispute with Unilever, a conventional distinction in the cultures. But he introduced an amazing manner to shield a emblem's project changed into to build it around a legal preferred like having natural ingredients, hard for a customer to trade. Oregon Treasurer Tobias Reid, who oversees state pension fund investments worth about $100 billion which includes Unilever shares, said the Ben & Jerry's dispute shows how socially minded organizations could have contrasting responsibilities once they grow to be part of a publicly listed business. If you are a founder and you're considering being acquired, you might want to recollect what you're giving up, Reid stated. Family-owned outdoor garb and equipment maker Patagonia values having oversight over decision-making. Many of our boldest moves had been enabled by our independence, mentioned Matthijs Visch, its fashionable manager for Europe, the Middle East and Africa. Today, the argument, we cannot try this due to the fact we have shareholders certainly doesn't preserve water. Concerns that moral principles may be compromised after a buyout have held some businesses returned from agreeing deals. British Splendor brand Lush markets its bath bombs and soaps as vegetarian, cruelty unfastened and homemade.